Hello and welcome to Australian Badge Guides by Mark Taylor. Today we will be looking at the epic story of the Anzacs at Gallipoli during the Great War 1914 to 1918. As you will see, fundraising badges issued on the Australian homefront at the time will be used to make Australia's war history come alive. The big strategic picture. Britain, France and Russia were officially at war with Germany by 4 August 1914. As loyal members of the British Empire, Australia and New Zealand followed Britain's lead, and Australia declared war on Germany at 9 AM Sydney time on 5 August 1914. Australian Prime Minister Joseph Cook, seen here at top left of picture, offered Great Britain an initial force of 20,000 troops, which incidentally was the same number offered by Canada. He also offered the services of the Royal Australian Navy. And the soon-to-be next Prime Minister of Australia, Andrew Fisher, seen here at bottom right, famously pledged that Australians would stand beside the mother country and help defend her to Australia's last man and shilling. Turkey was an alliance partner of Germany during the Great War, and this caused geostrategic problems for the Western Allies, Britain, France and Russia. According to Milner of the Imperial War Museum, Turkey had closed off the ice-free passage through the Straits of the Dardanelles, effectively depriving the Russians access to the Mediterranean Sea. Russia, therefore, called upon Britain to attack Turkey to ease the pressure on Russian forces fighting in the Caucasus. Further, Earl Kitchener of Khartoum was concerned that Russia may be forced out of the conflict, leaving only France, Britain and its empire to face Germany. It was also hoped that the attack on Turkey would encourage the as yet unaligned Balkan nations to support an Allied advance upon Germany from southern Europe. Further, an attack on Turkey was hoped to counter Turkish moves threatening Western oil interests in Basra as well as the Suez Canal. The Great War was a war infamous for its military catastrophes, and many historians consider there were few greater debacles than Gallipoli in 1915, a battle that was a defining moment for the new nations of Australia and New Zealand. Gallipoli, the campaign, was ill-conceived, poorly planned, and insufficiently resourced regarding troop numbers and logistical supply. Further, the British General Staff failed to fully appreciate the fighting mettle of the Turkish army to defend its homeland. Gallipoli was a campaign conceived in response to stalemate and the war of attrition raging on the Western Front in France and Belgium. By 9 September 1914, the Germans realised that they had overreached themselves, and they withdrew to and dug in along the Asna River and its tributaries. This was to mark the start of years of trench warfare and attrition, with some 760 kilometres of trenches snaking and scarring their way across the European countryside from the North Sea to the Swiss Alps. Gallipoli, the campaign in the Dardanelles, therefore, was all about breaking the stalemate of the Western Front. Shown here is the Anzac Day School Children's Medal, issued for sale in 1916 by the Victorian Department of Education. 175,000 medals were struck, but this number proved insufficient for demand. It was sold to scholars, or school students as they were then known, for the price of a sixpence. Other metal versions of the medal were also made including in silver. Coming up, the Dardanelles. The epic story of the Anzacs at Gallipoli continues. For the best in information about Australia's fundraising badges issued on the home front to support the Australian war effort, please subscribe today and share. For further information about Australian Badge Guide books, including e-books for people living outside Australia, please use the links below.